Hello again, everybody. We're gonna do American Route Monday. We're gonna do a do-over. That's what we're gonna call this. So we're gonna take the Gallery Cab Car up to San Francisco again. This is the route one we did earlier today, the 1629 service. So we're gonna do the one that left 10 minutes after we did, and this time we're gonna shoot for gold. We're hoping that we don't run late. I think we kind of learned our lessons from before. So we're going to get in here, get everything set up, and we will be on our way again. And I'm still going to keep the one that I did earlier up, only it'll still debut or premiere on YouTube tomorrow morning. I just want to, only because there's some mistakes, and hopefully everybody learns from those mistakes, kind of like I did. We're going to try not to repeat those mistakes this time around and hopefully have a much smoother service. I've got the time, so I might as well do it and go from there. So that's the plan. So hopefully everybody's still having a good Sunday evening. And we will be in here shortly. And we'll get everything set up in the cab and be on our way. That side there. That on. Crossing lights. Gauge lights. Those are on. Let's get brakes set up. All the lights should be on. Yep, there they are. I'm just going to go ahead and throw the cab light on. Not that it's dark right now, but it'll get dark eventually. But, Alright, so there's that out of the way. And we should be all set. All right. Nothing blocking our way. All right, away we go. So this is limited stop service. It shouldn't take us long to get this completed. We're going to shoot for certainly a lot less time than we had before when we did this route earlier today. All stop service would take quite a bit of time. So hopefully this is going to go a lot smoother. Our first stop is going to be Santa Clara this time. The one previous, we stopped off at Lawrence was our first stop, if I remember correctly. So we're gonna. This one, it seems maybe we're gonna stop. Well, we're going to Santa Clara, then Lawrence. Okay, so we're gonna bypass some other stations for the limited stop service, but we'll see what all we have to deal with along our way here. Was able to get the last bit of my homework done a little while ago, and just going to relax for the rest of the evening until class tomorrow. There's the arena where the Sharks play. I believe that's what it's supposed to represent, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't remember the arena being that close to the train station, but I could be wrong. It might be placed correctly there. The NHL hockey team, the Sharks. That's also used, they have indoor concerts there. They used to play when America had the Arena Football League. The San Jose team, the SaberCats, I think they were called, played there at that same arena. I got to see a couple games there. That was, they call it the 50-yard indoor war. It was a pretty interesting concept of American football. The receivers could actually go in motion, whereas they could take off. They could come running out of the backfield and just they were gone. That was a pretty interesting way to play football. It's like an MP15 there. Yep, going into the maintenance yard. We got a service still sitting there at the gas pump. Looks like a baby bullet, yeah. The MP36. Thank you to, well, I had two viewers there for a moment. Thank you to my viewers or viewer for sticking around. Hopefully you'll stick around for the entire trip all the way up to San Francisco here on the Gallery Cab Car. Clara right there, so we're just going to go into that part of the station right there, and then we'll stop off at Lawrence. Kind of keep the speed going here just a bit longer. Now it's going. Brakes on there. So yeah, another small station here. You do have an underground. It goes down here. There's a map there. It's part of the collectibles. But yeah, not a huge station compared to some of the other ones. The underground comes up over there, and then you have like this old style passenger station there. Alright, away we go. Alright, quick run up to Lawrence there. Oh, and then Sunnyvale. Wow. This doesn't seem like a very much a limited stop service, but that's okay. We'll take the points. Looks like the squirrel found himself a potato or a apple or something. And he's just out here on my little deck here. And I'm like, he's just gnawing away at that thing. Where he found it, but he decides that he's dining right out here in front of me. I think he's had enough. Now he's just kind of wandering around, but he'll probably go back to it. Otherwise, another animal may come around and... Well, it seems like he's had his fill. Who knows? Yep. He ate it, now he's left it. Looks like an apple, maybe, I don't know. Lawrence and Sunnyvale. Let's see where we head after that. Probably Mountain View. Or if this time we'll stop at Millbrae and then just kind of go right on into San Francisco from Millbrae or something. Southbound service. I'm surprised a bird hasn't come down and snagged that apple or whatever to pick at it. nice. The sounds of the wheels hitting the joints, you know, a little spacing on the clickety clack of the train. I guess I should just say it that way. It just got a nice sound to it. And of course, you know, since I've got my headphones on, because I got, you know, headphones with a microphone here for my streaming, it certainly makes, you know, you can hear some of the things a little bit easier. Perfect stop. So we got on here plenty of time. Well, is there something ahead of us? Doesn't look like it. All right. Oh, ooh, well, we're starting to roll backwards. We don't want to do that. All right. I'm going to start making my way there. Although, maybe is there a... Oh, I see why. There's a faster service coming up here on our left. Alright, let's not, we don't, well, we got a little bit of space. Alright, let's see, does it stop at... It's on a pretty good clip. Well, I guess it could slow down before. Let's see, does it go past? That's still going. I think we're gonna have to wait for that service to clear out of Sunnyvale. I don't know why, I mean, that's only a red light there. I could see being held right there. So we'll find out here in a moment if this thing is gonna... accidentally run that red light. Alright, it's going pretty... Is it going to slow down? It doesn't seem like it's going to. Nope, it's going... Yeah, that doesn't make any sense why it wouldn't... Whatever. So that's yellow. That's yellow. Alright, so we gotta kind of hoof it up there to Sunnyvale. Make sure we stay on time. I think we'll make it on time, but that was a kind of an odd wait. You know, like they could have, as soon as it passed me, it could have asked, you know, like I could have made it all the way up to here under yellow and then waited here. Or by the time I got up here, it probably would have, everything would have been green. Whatever. I think we'll make it plenty of time to. F40 or F40PH, I should say, not FP40. Stop just yet. We're gonna be here for a couple of minutes, I think. No, not too long actually, only 30 seconds after 5. So yeah, we won't have too long of a wait. We can go ahead and get the brakes released. Get the doors shut.
The doors are about to close.
A nice announcement there. Now I thought maybe there would be, if I remember correctly, some of these have like crossing gates that when a train is in the station you cannot cross, or like it's got a certain amount of time that you have to make it across the track before you cannot go over safely. Alright, Mountain View's next, and then San Antonio. Let's get back inside here. I know some of the stations have them, I think. I'm almost certain they do. So this one will premiere on my YouTube channel. I might do it maybe later in the day on Monday. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll probably do it like in the afternoon or something. Because the other one will premiere at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So this one I think I'll do a premiere for like 1 o'clock or something. Yeah. always wondered, the people who bought houses here near the train track, like, how long, I always wondered, how long did it take for them to kind of get used to the sounds of the train? Everything's ahead of us, so I don't know why I'm getting all these yellows. Kind of weird. You know, how long did it take for them to get used to the trains going by? Or, you know, did it not bother them because they weren't home during the day? And, you know, by evening time, a lot, you know, it just didn't bother them. There's the light rail tracks there. Just to make sure we bleed off enough speed and time for the... I do remember this section here is a walkway over, yeah. There's a lot of walking paths in the area here. Really nice. Over by the airfield, Moffett, the federal airfield that NASA now runs, there's a path that goes all the way out by the Shoreline Amphitheater, which was a really neat place to go see concerts. But you can pretty much walk all the way down there and almost then some. It goes past that even, if I remember correctly. So yeah, lots of walking paths area, jogging, bicycling, you know, all the healthy stuff, as they like to call it. You know, from where I lived in Mountain View, the station wasn't a very far walk. Maybe I don't know if it was 4 or 5 blocks, 6 blocks, something. It didn't take long to get here by walking. Go a little bit past here. Oops. That's okay. It happens. We're still in plenty of time, so we're not having issues like before. I can live with that, going a little bit past the stop point. That's okay. I can but yeah, lots of walking paths. You know, if you ever visit the area here and you like to go for a walk, there's plenty of places to walk around here. Alright, let's get the doors shut. We'll get the brakes released right about now. Away we go. San Antonio, and then California Avenue. Yeah, I got to see some really, I saw Jimmy Buffett twice at Shoreline Amphitheater. Saw Robert Plant there. I saw Dave Matthews Band there. Van Halen when Sammy Hagar was with them. Can't think of who else I've seen there, but yeah, really good place to. They have, you know, they have a seating area that's lower, which, you know, is reserved seating, and then there's a whole grass area that you can just sit and there's a blanket. You can put the blanket down and just sit there and watch the concert. And they have large screen TVs and all that show the stage, but. Really good place to watch a concert, I think. You know, in the seating area, the grass area, is pretty much first come, first serve. So, you know, of course, it always helps to have somebody kind of hold your spot if you have to run to the restroom or the concession stand or something. So one of the things I like to do if I'm playing this game and I make some mistakes or something happens that just doesn't seem normal in the game, I try to spend the time later on at some point, whether it's the same day. Oops, stuff a little short there. That's all right. Or, you know, within the next day or so, I try to go back and figure out, you know, was it something I did that caused this thing to happen? You know, like earlier today with the brake, emergency brake situation, I didn't, you know, I did that inadvertently. So, and we recovered, but then we were, you know, pretty much almost 5 minutes late for the remainder of our service. I'll get the door shut here. Go and get that done now.
The doors are about to
So,
close.
you know, I figured I'd like to do, you know, try it again and hopefully not have the same mistakes. But also, you know, it's easy to delete recordings because, well, it didn't go according to plan. You know, we had some issues that caused us to be late. And all right, California's next, and then Palo Alto. So I'd like to kind of revisit it and give it another go, instead of just, and I could have just said, well, you know, I'll try again another couple weeks from now when I run the cab car again or something. But that's, you know, I got the time. I'll throw in an extra video just because. And, I'd rather I do enjoy this route, of course, because it's home. But I also like to try to reinforce the running things correctly. You know, if we make, who knows, we may make another mistake, and somebody can learn from that one. Not that I want to make mistakes intentionally, or if it's planned that, you know, what if we do this? This is the outcome. But yeah, I'd like to. Nothing wrong with throwing in an extra stream. I know I've not done, like, I used to do part 1 in the morning, part 2 later on. And, you know, I'm not going to be able to do that for some time. But since I've gotten everything done, and that's my plan, is to always try to get my homework done early enough that if I want to do an extra video or something, or, you know, if I just want to kick back in the recliner and put on Amazon Prime or Netflix or whatever and watch a movie or a TV show. I started binge watching Get Shorty with Chris O'Dowd. It's a story about kind of like the muscle for person who owns a casino, and they get into the movie business, and he's trying to change his life to basically get his family back. His wife doesn't think too highly of him, and he's trying to show he's a changed man. And some of the he still kind of finds himself in bad situations, but it's, he's trying to make a lot of changes for his family. But yeah, it's a pretty good show. This is we're gonna be not too bad. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're good. Almost went blowing past the platform there. At least the passengers here can get off safely.
The doors are about to close.
All right, Palo Alto is next. And then we have Menlo Park. I think that's where things kind of fell apart, was Menlo Park. I almost said Menlo Park. Menlo Park is where our little incident happened with the emergency brake, so we'll see, that's the thing now. If you have the light on, right, you can't see that digital display at all. Huh. We'll keep the light off until we get ready to go into the tunnels when we get closer to San Francisco. But with the, I don't think even having the blind down would make any difference or anything. Oh, that blind's down there. That's what that is. Huh. Okay. So we should see, as we come into the station, should be that area that goes underneath the streets. Yeah, you go down, yeah, right there. There it is. And that kind of leads into downtown, technically, downtown Palo Alto there. Stuff. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Yeah, we still got here in time. Yeah. There it is. Uh-oh. Why is that signal thing there? Why is that?
Caution, the doors are about to close.
Ooh. Okay. We don't want to go rolling backwards. I release the brakes just a bit too early. All right, now we can release them. We've got a MP36 crawling in here. So it should be stopping here. Alright, Menlo Park is next. And then Redwood City. Boy. I felt like the other one was a limited stop service. We're hitting all the... Maybe they... I think what it is, if I remember correctly, they alternate. So this one stops where the other one... It's hitting some of the ones we stopped at before, but then it's also adding a few extra stops. But it'll probably take some off, maybe? I don't know. We'll find out as we go along. I'm in no hurry. I've got the rest of the evening to chill. This Saturday, I was thinking about it after what happened the other day on Sandpatch Grade. This coming Saturday, we're going to do that service again. I'm not gonna. I want to make sure. I want to see if I can do it. So we are going to give that one another go. I want to. It's a challenge. I want to try to something I want to try to overcome, which is just a bad service all around. I'm not sure how we're going to keep the train under control, basically going down the grade, especially as we picked up speed very quickly. But we'll see if we can't figure something out. Nice stop. Look at that. What a stop. Like a professional or something. But yeah, I want to try that again just to see if there's something we can do to kind of deal with that. I don't know what else I can do.
The doors are about to
Alright,
close.
so as soon as the doors are closed, we'll be on our way. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Redwood City with its beautiful arch there by the, we'll see that as we come into the station from our side. We'll see that it'll be off to our left a bit there, kind of diagonal. Easily identifiable landmark. And then San Carlos after Redwood City. You know what? We're just going to rack up the points. It's okay. How many ever stops we make it till we get to San Francisco? That's all right by me. We're just going to be racking up points on this for this locomotive set. Gallery Cab Car. Yeah, I'm hoping we do have a minor league team here in town that I think they're still affiliated with the New York Mets. I'm not sure if they're going to be playing any games this summer or not. I'd have to look it up. I'd like to get to some baseball games. I miss going. In Savannah, there was this really old stadium, Grayson Stadium. A buddy and I used to go watch the Savannah Sandmats. Now they're called something else. I don't even want to say what they're called now. It's just a ridiculous name. They were a farm team for the Mets also. But yeah, really cheap tickets. They have this area called the Land Shark Landing after Land Shark beer. Always a good time. Also, never a bad seat in the house. They do have like a family area, basically. Yeah, it was always a lot of fun. Just a bit because we're slow enough, I think, that we have a nice little coast into the station here. There's the arch there, Redwood City. I'm gonna miss this just a bit. Ooh, boy, that's close. Redwood City, best climate best by government test. Oh. Yeah, that is in fact there. I do remember that.
Caution, the doors are about to close.
Alright, let's go. There we go. Alright, San Carlos is next. So far, we're still on time. San Carlos and San Mateo. We're not hitting all of our marks, but we're pretty darn close. So I have a good feeling this time around we are going to get a gold medal out of this instead of that crappy silver one that we got earlier. San Carlos isn't far from Redwood City. short run up the road, so to speak. Who's on in here? That's fine.
Caution, the doors are about to close.
All right, San Mateo, then Millbrae. Like maybe a stop or two after Millbrae and we'll be in the city. You know, the one thing I really kind of like about this game is that even if you make a few mistakes, sometimes you can still recover from them fairly easily. You know, like if you're late somewhere, you know, there is a chance of, I guess, redemption in a way. I don't know what to call it, but yeah, like you get, you know, you're able to kind of recover from it, and you don't feel like you've completely lost out. Whereas other services on this game, you know, you're perpetually late, and there's just nothing you can do. But yeah, there is. Sometimes it's easy to make a mistake, but you know, like we left a little bit later, about 20 seconds later than we were supposed to. We could have left a little bit quicker, but I was looking at the computer and all that. But yeah, like you that's not a huge thing, but it's easy, I think, to get a bit you push so much to try to make up that time that you're willing to speed or do anything that would be really unsafe, in, you know, if you were really working on the railroad, you know, operating one of these passenger services, because you may think that you can stop in time for your next station, but you know, there's no guarantees of that. The that's the time that the equipment might fail you. You know. And I've seen some players who just they speed out of habit on the routes, and it's not, to me, that's not very realistic in a way. You know, it's just, it's kind of boring, to be honest, I guess. But yeah, I think it is easy to get frustrated with this game sometimes, especially when things happen that just make no sense whatsoever. You know, kind of like the red lights that we got earlier on in the service. You know, immediately I'm starting thinking, oh great, we're just going to be late for the rest of from here on out. We just got started. We're not going to be able to catch up. Yeah, there's not a way. Well, I guess it would be kind of hard to do it, but if they had a way to that you could basically adjust the timetables, you know, like a few minutes, you know, like, okay, we're supposed to be here by this time, you know, 17:37. What if you know, if we notify the passengers ahead that we're going to be there at 17:40 instead, at least they're aware of it. And if it's, you know, like an issue with they're supposed to meet somebody, they can at least call and say, hey, the train's going to be actually arriving. But we get penalized in this game sometimes for things that are basically out of our control. Something happens, you know, like you sit and wait for a service to pass by, or you wait for a couple of services to pass by. And then you're finally able to go. Oh, we got all the way to 7. Okay, we got plenty of time. Almost thought we were late there for a moment. So yeah, you know, if a player makes a mistake, like I did earlier, you know, and I'm sure those mistakes happen, but we get penalized for it in the game. But also we get penalized for mistakes that happen that are not nothing that we've done wrong. You know, and that's the kind of thing that I wish that we would have Almost like the train was trying to move, even though technically there is a brake on, kinda. Alright, let's just get the door shut.
The doors are about to close.
Yeah, sometimes it just feels the punishment is unwarranted in the... Oh, there's a thing about the emergency window removal. Emergency access thing. Pretty cool that they have that there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's just got to be a better way that, you know, if either they need to change their timetables to be a bit more lenient, or I don't know about lenient, but to make sure you've got time to get from one destination to the next, because otherwise you speed and you get punished for that. All right, so Millbrae, 22nd Street, and then on into San Francisco. So 2 stops and we're there. We got a 4-mile run to Millbrae. And then after that, it should be about, is it 10 miles or less? I guess we'll find out when we get to Millbrae. Yeah, maybe for the next game, they need to kind of rethink their action point awards, and but also, you know, just kind of thinking out loud. If you fix things, you know, well, I don't know if you go around and you put maps on there, you know, and you fix up each station. You put up the maps, you open up more ticket booths, and something that improves the station. I wish there was a way that reflected somehow in the service, or, you know, like you know, if your station is, you stop at that station has got all of its stuff fixed, and, you know, broken lights, like that increases, maybe you get like 100 additional action points or something from that station when you stop there and pick up passengers, because they're going to be more satisfied and feel more safe, I guess, you know, because 22nd Street, I'll tell you from my own going by there, whether going up to the city in the evening to go see a Giants game or coming back home, you know, 9-10 o'clock at night, that station just never felt safe for quite a long time. Now I think they did fix it up a bit more, and it is better well lit. Like, it was just a really bad area. So I think Caltrain did invest some money to kind of make it look better and, you know, feel a bit safer for passengers. Either they're waiting for the train or for getting off the train and going home from there. Otherwise, that place just seemed like it was just, you know, it wasn't a very good spot. So, you know, but I'm sure once they brought in more lights and more security stuff and whatnot, that probably improved customer satisfaction in some way for that station. People felt better about taking the train there or getting off at that station. So yeah, I wish there was a way that what we do, you know, fixing little things on the route, you know, increases our, you know, satisfaction maybe, or something. I don't know. There's just got to be a way to measure something to, you know, that the effort that you put in going finding all these little things doesn't really seem to make a whole lot of difference in the game. You know, it's not like you're, you know. So yeah, if there was a way that they could tie that to the game, I think that would be really fantastic. So I get the sense that a lot of people just aren't bothered with completing those tasks because it's like, what's the point? You know, it doesn't really change anything. Other than you get a you know, for Xbox, it's what a game score. It's an achievement if you complete all the jobs on a route, or taskings, or whatever you want to call them. He's not stopping here, quite obviously. Well, that train was on. He was hauling. Alright, yep. 22nd Street from here. We'll find out how far that is. I'm thinking it's over 10 miles. Because there are a few stations between here and there. Let's get the door closed. And then we're just going to sit here for 30 seconds. We'll get the brakes going here in a moment. Get those drained off. And we'll hit the loud pedal and go. Drop the hammer and go. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Anytime, train. Anytime. All right, 11 miles. Well, I wasn't too far off. I figured it was about 10. Pretty good guess. We will have a few slow down spots along the way. We got one at 2.4 miles. We got 65 miles an hour. That's up. There somewhere. Anyway, we'll deal with it when we get there. We still got to get up this 1% grade here. I think we should toss out some bicycles to lessen the weight. Good thing we don't have a bar car, otherwise all that food and stuff that's not being bought would just take up weight, be all waste. Now, I was just thinking about this. There is a street. I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to look it up on Google Maps or something. But there's a way you could theoretically go all the way from San Francisco. You don't have to get on the freeway. But it's you go all the way from San Jose to San Francisco. And I mean, it's not a bad drive. You know, there's lots of restaurants. Well, there was. I don't know if there still are. Restaurants, shops, you know, all kinds of stuff along the way. It's not a bad drive. Like if like on a Saturday or Sunday, you could, sometime, maybe 10 o'clock in the morning, and you drive up there, drive up to San Francisco, maybe have lunch in the city, and then drive back. It does take some time. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's a I'd say it's kind of famous or semi-famous, or at least for me it was. Like I can't remember the name. And I've driven up and down a majority of it. I think it's, see it on the this map. Kind of think it's like over there somewhere, but I mean it's a. I'd have to look it up. That's gonna bug me until I look it up now. Yeah, just take a little bit of speed off here. Catch back up to the 79-mile-an-hour speed limit. And then we got 70 coming up. It'll go back up to 79. And then once we get past 22nd Street, it goes 40, 25, 10. So, this has gone way better than earlier today, that's for sure. Let me look this up. This is going to bug me if I don't look it up. Let's see. There's 101. Central Expressway. No, El Camino Real, that's it. Aha! I knew it. There we go. I knew it as soon as I saw it, I'd recognize El Camino Real. Yep, that's it. It is a. They have it marked as 82. Yeah, that's it. El Camino Real. You could take that all the way up to San Francisco, and it's not a bad drive, like I said. Yep, there it is. That's the one. I knew as soon as I saw it, I was like, yep. El Camino Real. I can't even begin to count how many times I've driven up and down El Camino Real. Boy, I haven't even thought about that. It's making a long time. I had this crazy plan one time, or crazy dream, whatever you want to call it. This idea, whatever. I was going to ride a bicycle from San Jose to San Francisco on El Camino Real. But I had this. Like, oh yeah, I can do that, and I never did it. But I mean, it would be a long, like it would take quite, it'd probably take at least all day to ride up there, and it's not, certainly not flat compared to, there is a bit of some areas I think are minor hills or whatever. But it's just the amount of traffic too. It would just be very dangerous with the way people drive. Even though I think most areas in San Francisco now do have a dedicated bike lane or bicyclists for safety. Yeah, I never did it, but I was like, oh yeah, one day I'm gonna train for this. I'm gonna ride all the way up to San Francisco on a bicycle. Yeah, that might have been. I think that was a bit. That would be like biting off more than I could chew. I'm glad I looked it up because that would have bothered me. Yeah, what the name? Yeah, El Camino Real. So this station here Bayshore. You could, I think they used, I want to say they had it, but you could get off here when Candlestick Park was over there somewhere. I think you could take the train up there and take like they had like maybe a shuttle service that went to Candlestick. I think. But it's not there anymore. The 49ers play in Santa Clara. They built a new stadium for them down there. Which is unfortunate. Well, I guess they had somebody, they call it Levi Stadium. I've not been there. I don't really kind of care to go, to be honest. Yeah. Or maybe it's this, there's a stop somewhere. Maybe it's up here. Maybe I'm thinking up here. One of the places, either way, no, there's not a stop here. Yeah, over by Bayshore, the stop we just went past a little while ago. You could stop there, and I'm almost certain they had a way to, like a shuttle that took you out to Candlestick Park. All right, making our way to 22nd Street. There we go. I got so busy talking about landmarks and stuff that I totally forgot to throw on the switch here. Yeah, once you pass Bayshore, there's not a stop. If you're going north, there's not a stop until you get to 22nd Street. Now, actually, I'm surprised that there's even the one still open at Bayshore, to be honest. But there are businesses there. Certainly things probably have expanded quite a bit. Yeah, this is the station I was talking about, 22nd Street. It's a bit, I think it is a lot better than it used to be. I think they did kind of spend some money on improving it. I wish we could pop out with the camera, but we can't. That's okay. Yeah, it was not a very pleasant station. But it seems like it's had some improvements. All right, so we got just under a minute to sit here. We'll shut the doors here in a moment. So yeah, this has gone way better. Definitely. Well, I think for the amount of time that we did the other service in earlier today, we've been on time. We've generally hit our stopping points within reason, sometimes a little bit beyond reason, but not grossly so. So yeah, much better service. I really enjoy coming back on and redoing this one. It's so much better. A lot more fun second time around, I think. So yeah, really happy. I'm thank you to my one viewer for sticking around the entire time too. Hopefully it was a pleasant viewing experience. Look at that. We're going to be close to 19,000 action points. So we'll be at 19. I got to stop. That'll be 19. Almost 20,000 points for this entire almost hour and a half. So yeah, way better. We should have no issues getting a gold out of this. I'm going to be, I won't lie, I'm going to be a bit pissed if at the end when I pull into San Francisco and when it's all said and done, I get a silver. I would be like, wait, what? What more could I have done? We weren't late at all. We picked up all of our passengers, so I couldn't be happier. So yeah, it's always good to kind of revisit and kind of figure out what could have been done better. I think I slowed down in time for that. All right, let's see. We are going all the way here for our stop. Not necessarily a straight shot in, but we're going to have to cross over a bit to get to our area. Now that we're no longer underneath the overpass there, we're just gonna, we'll use the drone cam outside here and just kind of chill. There it is. You can see it right there where the cursor is, just barely to the right of the of our marker. This can, gee whiz, Menlo Park, right there. It'll kind of render in just a bit more here when we get closer. So it's interesting. I noticed the lights and all that came on the train, locomotive here as we were coming in. So that train must be itching to go as soon as we clear that path out of here. It should probably depart shortly after that. Let's see if I call it correctly. So as soon as my F40 clears, it should go. Yep, there it goes. I called it. Another service here. Look at that. Like a glove. I like it. Got here on time. Got her 500 points for that. Well, yeah, we'll be almost at 20,000 here. We'll be at 19,000 and some change. So, yeah. Good deal. There it is. Ta-da! Gold medal. I like it. I'll take it. All right. There it go. There we go. There it is. Whatever you want to